to infuriate people with your stupid comments.
It's my show. Can you put the camera on me, please? He's just a co-host.
People say you do things for the ratings. They say you do things for controversy.
That David Icke's a nutter.
I love that. It's very difficult for me to talk about this kind of stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
What are you going to turn us off when you get bored?
It's out of control.
He is.
Are you watching Solent TV? All right, our special guest today on the phone-in is Henry. He's here in the studio with me now. You can catch him on Solent TV, channel 219, if you've ever wondered what he looked like. He's here, and he'll be our guest on the phone-in today. Quite a legendary character you are, Henry.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're clean-shaven. The ginger beard has gone.
New image.
Yeah, and have you done that Chris Evans thing where you've kind of lightened your hair a little bit?
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to pick up on that, but yeah,
I mean, he's still ginger, but
yeah, just try and go for a slightly different image. I'm gonna, over the past couple of years, I think people have got a general idea about me, and I'm trying to shift away from that, basically, so just improve my image. Basically, I don't think there's any problem sort of reinventing yourself in that sense.
Okay, well, you're here to answer questions from the listeners. Some of the listeners that you get on with, and some of the listeners maybe you don't see eye to eye with. Maybe we can sort a bit out today.
Yeah. Try and mend some bridges, because I've got something rather special to announce.
And that's why you wanted to come in today rather than do it over the phone.
That's right. What I'm actually coming to speak about.
Don't tell us yet, Henry.
Right.
Don't tell us yet. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back. If you want to speak to Henry, he's here. 01983 822 002. I don't even have had a chance to see today's County Press. I haven't even had a chance to look at it myself, but maybe there's some stuff we can pick up in, as far as Isle of Wight news is concerned, in the County Press. Anything nationally, of course, and anything you want to say about past phone-ins. How are you and Lorraine, by the way? What was the last situation with you and the Queen of Pan, Lorraine?
Right, me and Lorraine, the last time that we spoke, and I mentioned this the other day, unfortunately we had a bit of a falling out.
What was that over?
I think it was somewhere along the lines of something to do with the war, and that's it. And then it merged into something to do with children. I was basically sticking up for her. I was on her side, and unfortunately she just flipped. She got very angry. I don't know why, but Lorraine, if you're out there, I'm here for an apology. If you phone in, if you want to apologise, I'm big enough to take your apology.
Just a simple apology.
Yeah, no, just
a quick I'm sorry and then you're all right.
It's just mend these bridges and move on.
Okay. Clive Cash, were you against Clive or with Clive?
No, I like Clive. I think that Clive is, I think he's come out, he's tried to do his best in society. Yes, I've got various opinions and differences with Clive on certain things.
Is that because he was a bank robber or because he was Britain's worst bank robber?
The fact he was Britain's worst bank robber, I actually find that quite endearing, to be quite honest with you.
Right. It softens him. Nick from Christchurch, the ex-car thief, what do you think of him?
Nick from Christchurch, well, I think the guy, again, he's a bit of a character, on the straight and narrow, and yeah, good on the guy. He
weighs 20 stone, apparently, he told us the other day. I thought of him as a little skinny guy, but he weighs 20 stone.
Right, well, I've got something in what I'm about to speak about later on that would actually cover issues like that would help the guy, because I think people have got the wrong idea of me. Yeah. I think that people think that I'm this horrible, nasty, anti-everything person.
And when you got here, you were on the phone. You've sold your I hope you don't mind me saying this. You've sold your entire stock of bikes, the business, and everything has gone.
Yeah, I'm actually. If anyone out there wants, I've actually got 50 Tamara Gazelles and Bulgarian quality built mountain bikes. They're actually go for £49.99 at the moment.
Whoa.
But that's if you buy them individually. If you buy the lot, they're obviously...
But the Bike Barn... well, we always said we'd never say your company on air, but your website's closed down and everything.
That's closed down, and thanks very much for mentioning it now when we close down. But yes, what it is, I'm actually putting my efforts into other things. I'm trying to move on into another area of my life where I think that I can put a lot back into the Isle of Wight. And this is where I'm trying to come from, trying to mend bridges, trying to trying to get people sort of seeing things from my point of view. And I'm
I
sure
think the
that they
thing is,
will.
Henry, that you came on, a lot of people saw you as Mr. Bad Guy.
Hmm.
You had the fire, your wife left you. I mean, I don't want to keep going all over it. You then had no money, you found God, you came on, you were nice, you were forgiving, you promoted the word of God. You then set up a business which did really well. You married that young girl from Thailand. I know you're not divorced yet, but I know it's all kind of broken up.
leave
Then
that
you,
one.
yeah, I know, but then you start getting a little bit nasty and a little bit cocky. That's what the callers say. And like, you don't need us anymore. And I think that good Henry, bad Henry, I don't think people know what to make of you. Are you the nice guy that you were when you found God? I mean, now you're an atheist, right? So there you were, sat in church. Now you're an atheist. I mean, when are you going to make your mind up who you are? I think that's what... Is that what we're going to see today?
Well, you see, the thing is, this is where I'm coming from, and this is where I will be a serious, valuable asset to the people of the Isle of Wight. Well, what we've got a guy here. Now, let's look at Henry as a whole. And now you sort of basically summed up 2.5, 3 years of my life. Now, some people haven't been through that in an entire lifetime. I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to offer the island. I have
Hang on there a minute. We have got a call coming in already. Hi, who's that?
It's Mr. T.
Ah, Mr. T. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
You were called a one-trick pony by Foxy earlier.
I wanted to talk to Foxy in the first instance, just to remind Foxy that about 18 months ago, he said on air, he said that, I love Mr. T. He said, my wife loves Mr. T even more. She loves it when he comes on air. He's now calling me a one-trick pony. I do take that as a personal insult, and I was hoping to get an apology from Foxy. But I'd like to talk to Henry if I can.
Yes, of course you can.
Hello, Mr. T.
Hello, my friend.
Hello
I mean,
there.
you and I, we do have a bad reputation. I feel almost an association with you, really. In fact, there's a lot of people that think that you and I are one and the same person. At least now we can put that one to rest and say we're not, because here we have on the radio at the same time the voices of Isle of Wight Radio.
Yeah. Anybody out there? I am not Mr. T. I am Henry. I am the real deal.
I'm Mr. T. I'm not Henry. I am the real deal.
And I will be quite honest with you, Mr. T. There's some of the things that you've come out with that I think are absolutely ridiculous, and it rubs me up the wrong way.
You're welcome to phone me up, my friend, on air. I mean, it couldn't have rubbed you up that bad because you've never actually phoned up and had a conversation with me. But I take your point. And
Mr. T, can I just stop you there, because I must pick up on you on this. And it was a time of my life that wasn't the best, and I ended up in a situation where I split up with my wife, and I was seeing somebody else. And I think that you...
Was that the Thai girl? Or was that someone in
No,
between?
that was somebody before that. And basically, Mr. T, you did phone up and trying to make out a bit of a jovial thing that was your ex-wife or your girlfriend, and I didn't appreciate that at all. So, you know, that was one of the things where I had a bit of an issue with, and I thought that was a bit below the belt, Mr. T. I've got to be honest.
Is that when you phoned up and you were worse for wear and we had to take you off air?
Yeah,
you know what we've got here, Alex? What we've got here, Henry, really, is what you and I differ is that everybody knows about Henry. You agree?
Yeah.
No one knows about Mr. T.
Oh, that's
you
true.
Come on the radio, and of your own violation, you tell everybody about your circumstances. When Alex wants to talk about the Thai bride, you say on air, I don't really want to talk about that. But I don't. No one knows anything about me at all. Now and again, I may give out a little snippet of information. But basically what I do, and I think you do as well, Henry, and I take your point about sometimes my comments, you haven't been quite right. But what you and I do, we say what other people are too frightened to say. And the people that object to us are the people who, to be quite honest with you, the Isle of Wight radio could do without. There's that northern, is it Don?
Yeah.
I mean, if I annoy you sometimes, Henry, Don annoys me all the time. But listen, my friend, I wish you luck. I wish you brought yourself back from the edge with
Thank
your
you.
personal life and also with your business. I wish you luck. Henry, I'm saying it now, officially on the radio, I like you. You're okay for me.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Mr. T. Right, Henry, just before we go to the break, quickly, what, your thoughts on English Pete?
English Pete, again, nice guy, self-employed guy, going out, backbone of Britain. However,
you did say, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but didn't you say before we were on air, and I'm only saying this now because you said it, bit of a dreamer, never going to amount to anything, or never ready for standing for local politics, you're going to show them a thing or two.
Yeah,
is it okay if I say that?
Yeah, that's fine. I've got no problem. I mean, let's just get it all out in the open. I've got nothing to hide. I think the thing with politics and stuff like that, what happens, you get a lot of this where people they're not up front. And I think that's where a lot of people become disillusioned.